No, Stephanie. I haven't called Rick yet. Because Taylor and I are still discussing it. Don't you have a business to run? Fine. I'll call you later.
Wait, Stephanie's still anxious?
Well, she's not in control right now, so it's driving her nuts.
Well, Brooke, I still have to remind you that we can't predict how this could affect Rick. I mean, to remind him what he did, he tried to kill Grant Chambers.
He was a boy then, Taylor. He's a grown man now.
And he's repressed that memory for a long time. That's how deeply he was traumatized.
Are you trying to back out of helping him remember?
No, I told you that I would work with him, and I will.
Well, if you're having second thoughts...
I understand how important this is to Ridge's case, that it come out that he didn't try to kill Grant. I get that.
So you do care about Ridge?
Of course I do. Ridge and I have children together.
And I have a child with him too, Taylor. That's why this is so important to me. If Ridge is convicted, he will go to prison. Ridge did a favor for Rick many, many years ago. Now it's time for Rick to return the favor.
Well, Brooke, I can see you've given this a lot of thought, and I'm sure that it's also occurred to you that Ridge must really appreciate how supportive you're being of him.
What's that supposed to mean? As if I didn't already know.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm walking in a minefield right now.
You weren't just implying that I have some kind of ulterior motive?
Like what?
Well, I help Ridge stay out of prison, so he's eternally grateful for that, so we spend time together, and then we spend the rest of our lives together. I mean, is that the scenario that you were just trying to paint?
Brooke, no, I think you're reading way too much into an innocent remark.
You don't have to play matchmaker for me, Taylor. I'm not going to get in the way of you and Nick.
I don't really know why you keep saying that to me unless you're trying to convince yourself or make me paranoid or something. I don't know if that's some kind of mind game.
No, it's not a mind game.
Okay. I believe you.
I'm just not sure if I'll ever be able to accept that Nick loves you more than he loves me.
It isn't a contest, Brooke.
I know. I'm well aware of that. All the hopes that I had for Nick and me, they went away the minute that you got pregnant. I may love your husband, Taylor, but I would never act on it. I would never break up an innocent child's family. I will never do that again. And neither would you. Thanks, Catherine, for staying a little bit longer. Is there anything you need me to pick up on the way home? Okay, I'll see you soon. Hi.
You look different than when I left.
Oh, no, your wife is upstairs retching in the bathroom, I suppose.
I guess the saltines didn't work then. Would it be rude of me to ask?
Taylor and I were just discussing Ridge, his situation.
I see.
Ridge and Stephanie were wrong for what they put you through.
What about what she did to you? I would think you're the one who should file charges.
She barely phases me anymore. That was just her latest go-around. But what's important is that Ridge came home from Paris, turned himself in, and now you're free. You're home, where you should be. That's what matters.
You do know that you certainly didn't have to intervene on my behalf. I would have totally understood if you would have wanted to walk away from this whole mess.
You do know I couldn't do that, don't you?
Well, I owe you one.
No, you don't owe me anything. I just need to keep my distance from you and Taylor. That's what you need from me, to be happy. Which I know you are. I do want that for you, to be happy. With Taylor. There was a time when you and I were...
Brooke. We were happy. We were very happy.
I thought we'd be spending the rest of our lives together. But it didn't really work out that way. And I will regret that. Forever.
You have so much to give. You're such a beautiful woman with so much love to offer. Any man would consider himself lucky to be yours.
Any man. Except you.
I'm sorry. I know how much you and Nick wanted to have a child together. You know there are other options.
Just run the tests. See for sure. I need to know if I can give Nick a child.
You're totally okay to have a baby with Nick.
It doesn't really matter. Because Nick doesn't want to have a baby with me.
Okay, well, I got a call from the woman that was your first choice to be the donor, and she became available. All right, Daddy-to-be, it's time for you to do your part now. You have the donor eggs for the Moroni IVF?
It's being brought in.
Well, actually, Bridge has done a number of embryo transfers. If you're comfortable with her taking over.
What's the flashing light?
That's not her beat.
This is the wrong file.
B. Maroney.
Oh, that's my mother's file. The day that my mother's eggs were sent to the fertility lab is the same day that Taylor's donor eggs were fertilized. My mother's frozen eggs were never, ever intended for IVF. How can I let this happen? This is completely my fault.
I wish you all the